Okay. Let's see what we got here to deal with. Dinky little Allens on these things. These are stripped out. One more smaller than that. The real small one down here. Not very tight. What a shocker. Oh, what a shocker. Got a high 4 in there. Shit, I would have thought, never thought of that. So, there you go, high 4 module. Looks like he's got it dialed in halfway decent. Okay. Timing looks fairly close to probably where it should be, so that's probably, we're going to say that's probably good. Not sure what else is going on with it. Okay, let's see what we got for files on this thing. Okay, it's definitely got adjustable push rods in it. Yep. They're not crying. Looks like they're cut under right here. Yeah, I got a big cover right clip on that. I don't know whose those are. They might be V Thunder or maybe Ultima's brand. Who knows? They're not S&S, that's for sure. All right. That's a really, really old. Well, they made older ones. It might be their older stuff. It could be S&S's real early stuff. Yeah, it's hard to tell. All right, well, it's got something in there. It's got some kind of a cam in there, I imagine. It's got adjustable push rods. Usually means something going on in there. Especially got aftermarket heads and aftermarket everything else. Makes sense. And it's got an S&S oil pump on it, so here's what it is. Got a lot of oil in it. What's in there? Anything? Looks pretty dry. So, good test for an oil system is get a screwdriver, a long one. Okay, let's go the other direction. Yeah, screwdrivers. What's the longest thing he's got? Right here. Perfect. My favorite one. So you take that, you go like that in the tank, and you rub it around in there like you know what you're doing. You pull it out and see what you got. It looks like crap, I don't care, it's what it feels like. When it looks like gray muck, that means a lot of piston material is in there. It looks like gray mud. Yeah, it's probably hasn't had its oil changed a lot in its life. Yeah, it doesn't feel gritty, which is good, but it's definitely got a lot of piston material and other stuff in there. Pretty nasty. So, I guess this rag down here. Definitely needs an oil change. Now, 10 to 1, all the oil's in the crank. But we don't know that until we try to start it. Okay, so basically what you do is you put a half a quart of oil in it and you start it up, see what's going on. S&S, well, these are Ultima cases. They might have some kind of a drain on these things. Oh, they do have a drain down there. So we can actually drain the motor right there. But frankly, I think I'd rather have the oil in there, and that way if it's got any oil in the crank, it'll splash and lubricate everything real quick versus waiting for it to get pump oil from here to there. It's better to have the oil in the crank. Just put a pan in in case it blows it out the breather. It looks like this has the non-case breather because the holes are there, but there's nothing there. So they're using the breathers up here on the heads for their breather, which is stock for 96. Typical old lines all cracked. All right, I think we're all right on the oil system. Yeah, just like the piston show, a lot of scuffing. You're seeing it in the oil too, so it all looks the same. But I didn't see, it wasn't getting any grit, so that means the crank's good. Stuff like that should be good, which is good. We like that part. Okay, we're going to say that the push rods are adjusted correctly. So leave that alone. Okay, pop those on there. Rotate them, make them center up. So you make sure the O-ring's still sealed. Plus, if you don't have it in there, push rod you pop up in the O-ring groove if you screwed up and didn't do it right. Okay. All right, that all looks good. All right, so I'm thinking everything's all right on this part of it. See here, I think we'll go ahead and see if we can turn this motor over a little bit, see what happens with that. Okay, let's go on the other side over here. Whoop. Some more stuff over here. There we go. Got to make room for the camera. Jumping away. Okay, let's go ahead and get this derby cover off and we'll see what's underneath that. Any other hidden surprises? Those appear to be Torx head. Okay, we can deal with that. We got a nice new set here. There appears to be the correct one. Should be oil in this. Maybe. Nice. It's got oil in it. There's the oil right there. Appears to be a stock looking clutch. Smells like Harley oil. Harley has its own smell to it. Appears to be pretty nasty looking oil. You can see it's nice and black there too. There's your primary chain in there. Let's see, where's my long screwdriver at? I could just pull that cover up. I don't feel like doing that. So I'm just going to look in here and... Oh, that's loose as hell. Real loose. Okay, don't have to worry about that being too tight. So that's good. Looks like it needs a good service job in here. Looks like it's got red plates. So they're probably aftermarket in there, would be my guess. Alright. That is, what kind of chain tensioner is in that? It's hard to tell. Might be an M8 in there. Doesn't look like the early Harley one. Might have an M8 chain tensioner in it. M8, M6, whatever the hell they were. So spring-loaded square ones go up and down on post. Hard to tell. Visibility is kind of low. Okay. Put that back. We're missing a receiver. Luke bought this bike used, so we don't know anything about it. Sure, you never looked at anything, so that's what I'm for. Okay, I'm thinking that's okay. Nice leak everywhere, it's fine, we're good for that. Let's go look at the crank, see what's in there. Maybe some more surprises in there. It's tight. What do you look at me for? Look at the motor. Oh, not important. Got some muck in there. Smells burnt a little bit. What a shocker. I don't think they did much maintenance on this bike. Alright, let's see what's in this thing. It's got Harley flywheel or S&S wheels in it. Or Ultimate wheels in it, who knows? And how much oil is in it? Another unknown. Okay, let's get this thing banged up in a high gear. It's hard to shift when the shifter bangs into the cover right there. See how it bangs into the cover? Makes it hard to shift. Oh, that thing is really loose. Loosey-goosey. Not a good sign. I don't know why they got that so far out. It's just sheer stupidity on the installation of whoever decided to do this. Plus everything else is falling apart also. Nothing's loose, nothing's tight. Everything's junk. Junk, junk, junk. Alright, I gotta try to get this thing in gear here. Let's see if I can get in gear. It's shifting. Good. That's all we're gonna get for gears. Okay. Let's see if I can figure out if there's anything in here to look at. Bra springs in it, not real heavy ones. That moves quick. Okay, what do we got here? It's not Harley wheels, that's for sure. Flywheels have writing on it, so we know it's not a Harley. In there, it's got writing on the wheels. Can't make out what it is, though, but it's got something written down in there. It says 30 on it. I've never seen anybody write a number. Is that 30 or 60? I can't tell from this angle. Oh, wrong button. I've never seen they mark the degree on there except on my race bikes. Production, I don't do that kind of stuff. Okay, what number do I think it is when I can actually see it? It appears to be a 30. Back up a little bit, see if there's anything else there. Yep. Nope. It's in the right spot too for timing. Here's something banging inside the primary over here. Ooh, what was that? Hear that pop? again. What the hell is all that? I don't know. Okay, we got some writing here now. Looks like it's 040. Ooh, I think those are valves up there hitting each other. Something going on up in the motor up there. Hear a lot of popping noise. It's not a stock crank. It's not an S&S crank, so I don't know what it is. Alright, what the hell's all that banging noise that we got going on? Pistons are pretty far down on that side. They're definitely down there a ways. That one's coming up. Top dead center. Ooh, did you hear that? Sounds great, huh? Banging Harley cam cover over there. It's on the other side. That's probably not a good sound to be hearing. Ooh. It's the intake valve. Oh yeah, big time. Ooh, that's good. It's like the intake valve is stuck on the stem in there or something. Can't see it in there. Try to get the camera to see a little bit. Sounds nice, huh? Yeah. It's got a sticky valve. Sounds like Luke's front end after we rebuilt it. Same noise. Yeah, definitely intake valve. Yeah, that does not, it doesn't sound good. Thinking there might be something wrong in there. I'm not sure. I could be wrong, but it sounds like there's some issues in the valve train department. There might be a reason why this motor was taken apart, or the bike was stripped down and not put back together. I think we need to go and look inside of here. Might find some interesting stuff. All right, I'll be back.